What's up YouTube? This is Master Renz and welcome back to my channel. So sa videong ito, manonood tayo kay Mindjunkie na ang pamagat ay 10 scary ghost videos that will freak you out. So tingnan natin kung gaano to nakakatakot kay Mindjunkie na sinusubaybayan ko ng mga upload nito weekly. So subscribe kayo dito, Mindjunkie. Napakaganda ng mga video nito. So ano pang hinihintay natin? Huwag na natin patagalin to. Let's go sa go!
This footage was captured during what should have been a happy occasion, a birthday celebration. Family gathered inside, smiles on their faces, laughter echoing through the room. The kind of day you'd want to remember. And they did just that by recording it on video. But when the family later reviewed the footage, they realized they weren't the only ones watching.
Birthday ito ha. Nagsasaya dapat sila. Uy! Ay! Naku! Ay! Gabi, natakot kagad ako dun ah.
Just behind the family, peering in through the window, a face. It doesn't blink, it doesn't move, it just stares. At first, no one noticed it, but once the mother of the birthday boy saw the clip, her expression changed. She claimed that the face in the window looked exactly like her grandmother. But the thing is, her grandmother passed away years ago. So, what was that? A family member returning for one last birthday? Or something else entirely? Something pretending to be someone they loved? Whatever the answer, that party had an uninvited guest. And it wasn't.
Tinitsura ang creepy ng ang putla pa. Sampayat-payat. Napakatakot yung ganito. Tingnan nyo naman no. Nasasama pa ng tingin. Yee.
There for the cake. Do you have a creepy clip to share? gmail.com. Sometimes it starts with something so small, you almost convince yourself it's nothing. A shadow, a flicker, a shape that doesn't belong. That's exactly what this next man thought when he noticed something strange on his bedroom curtain. At first, he thought it was just the way the light was hitting the fabric, but the longer he looked, the more certain he became. Something was there.
Oo nga no. Parang may tao nga ah.
Pressed against the curtain, a tall, human-shaped shadow looms. But here's where things get weird. The man lives on the 3rd floor. There's no balcony, no ledge, and no possible way for anyone to be standing out there. So, how is this even possible? He says that this was the first time he saw anything like it. But after that night, strange things started happening almost every night now, at exactly the same time, at 3 a.m, also known as witching hour. He hears something tapping on that same window, but whenever he goes to check, no one's ever there. Just the sounds of tap, tap, tap.
Matrix pag ganun, umalis na siya dyan kung ako sa kanya. Ako hindi ko kakayanin mag-isa dun.
This next clip was uploaded to the internet by the ghost hunting group Fearful Encounters. The group venture out to the Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, a former medical facility in Tennessee that closed its doors in the late 1990s. Since then, it's gained a notorious reputation for intense paranormal activity, including unexplained voices, shadow figures, and physical encounters. Not long into their investigation, they capture someone or something on camera.
Hospital pa man din. No, ayun no.
As the camera pans round the hallway, all seems fine. However, when they pan back the other way just a second later, a mysterious, tall, dark figure can be seen standing motionless in the center of the corridor. But what is it? The tall man is believed to be one of the more powerful entities lingering in the building, and viewers of this video agree that this dark figure is just that. Many other commenters also mention their experiences with the so-called tall man. But is this really him? You tell me.
Slenderman. Pwede ang Slenderman. Diba? Cursed Bible.
The following video was uploaded to the internet after a person captured something truly disturbing. The person had recently purchased an old Bible at an antique store known to sell items with mysterious backstories. He brought the Bible home, and for a few days, he spent his spare time reading through it. But one day, he began to notice the Bible started to feel rather hot, and his hands began to burn. He sat the Bible down on his kitchen table and set up a camera to record anything unusual, and what it captured blew his mind.
Di kaya hangin lang, pero hindi.
The pages of the Bible begin flicking through, mysteriously all by themselves. But how? After uploading this clip to the internet, viewers believe that this book has something tied to it, and the person who purchased the book, they believe the exact same thing. But what do you think is going on here? Let me know. This next entry wasn't taken recently. In fact, no one really knows when it was taken. It was sent into the site Paranormal Hauntings blog. No name, no backstory, just a single black and white photo and a short note claiming it had been captured inside the crypt of St. Winston's Church in Repton, England. At first glance, it looks like just another old photo until what looks like a transparent hooded figure can be seen slumped over against the cold stone wall. His face isn't visible and there's not much detail, just the eerie silhouette of something or someone. The church where this photo was allegedly taken is said to be centuries old, built atop an old ancient Saxon crypt. And over the years, many have claimed to see strange, monk-like figures wandering around the grounds, especially at night. But is this one of them? Let me know.
Sa palagay nyo, ano kaya yun? Multo or ano lang, nagkataon lang may figure na nakunan? Comment nyo na lang po dyan.
A couple of weeks ago, I featured a chilling story from a couple renovating their 1920s home, a house full of strange secrets and disturbing finds. Among the unsettling discoveries were a Dybbuk-style box hidden behind a brick wall, a suitcase containing odd ritual objects, a photograph with a man's eyes blacked out, and a scorched fragment of a Ouija board. The couple, who share their findings on the account GBTV, have just posted another update. And this one might be the darkest yet. Still uneasy from the previous events, the couple decided to continue with their renovations, trying to ignore what they'd already uncovered. But while working near the fireplace, they stumbled across something they weren't prepared for.
Our chimney hasn't been used in over 100 years. But there's something lodged halfway up. Let me explain. So me and Georgia decided to replace this broken gas fireplace. We wanted to expose the original brick. I was checking the rear of the mantle, and that's when I saw it.
Ito nga yun, yung continuation.
I couldn't reach it, so I had to get up into the chimney.
Hindi kasya si Kuya.
There's definitely something inside.
Tucked inside the chimney, wedged deep between the bricks, they discover another old dusty box, as if someone had deliberately hidden it, not just out of sight, but out of reach. And judging by what they would soon find inside, maybe that's exactly what someone was trying to do.
Uy, ano yung mga kristal?
What looks like crystals. An old postcard and a letter stamped from 1940s Thailand with our address on the front. The letter is written in what looks like Thai, but there are 2 old British coins in the envelope. We can't figure out why it's all together, but we sent a picture of the letter to our Thai friend, and her mother translated.
Ayan.
Several strange and deeply unsettling items are found. Crystal-like stones, a letter written in Thai, a faded photograph, and what looks like old British coin.
Okay, pinito ah. Bihoy mo, mag-renovate ka na ng bahay mo, makikita kang ganyan. Di ba? Ay, nakakatakot pa.
Everything about it felt wrong. Like these weren't just discarded keepsakes, but objects tied to something far more sinister. And that suspicion would only grow stronger with what they did next.
16 million watched as we broke this mirror. Now we have to leave the country. I know it's confusing. I'll explain. During our renovation, we discovered this box in our attic. And these old letters sent from Bangkok explain where the box came from.
Oh,
I know we
sila.
could probably track
Dumayo
down the
pa.
sender online, but that's too boring. So Bangkok, here we come. The letter was sent 82 years ago. But according to Google, the same family still run the market stalls. Now let's find out who sent the letter and sold them the box. Hope they don't mind visitors.
Unable to make sense of the letter, the couple made a bold,
Posibleng
and some
scripted
might
to.
say reckless, decision. They booked flights to Thailand. Their goal? To try and track down the sender of the letter, or at least someone connected to it. But what they didn't realize was that this journey would mark the beginning of something much darker.
Nako po.
Let
Nako
me
po.
explain. So as you all know, we found this box in our attic. Old letters explain that it was bought in Bangkok. We jumped on a plane to find the address on the letter and made our way into the city. Some locals helped us find the address at the banks of the river. We came across these old antique-style shacks, but nobody seemed to be around. Something didn't feel right about this place.
Arriving in Bangkok, they headed to a riverside market, the last known
Pinuntahan din yung
location
lugar.
mentioned in the clues they uncovered. But the atmosphere there felt wrong. Empty corridors, a heavy air, like something unseen was watching them. And then, in a store, they find a man and show him the box. At first, he seems confused, as if he doesn't recognize anything about it. But the moment they pull out the letter, his face drops. The man refuses to speak further. His demeanor turns cold. He tells them to leave. It's clear he knows what this box is, and he doesn't want to be anywhere near it. This is when the couple begin to feel they may have made a terrible mistake, one they can't undo. And as they exit the market, things took an even darker turn.
We got out of there as quickly as we could, but noticed a truck following us.
Nako po.
We thought we lost them, but they pulled up beside and tried to grab us. Since this, people have attempted to mug us twice, and we've both come down with a fever.
As the couple flee the scene, a truck follows them. At the lights, the truck pulls up beside them and the occupants try to grab the couple. The couple run for their lives, and when they get back to their hotel, they both start feeling sick, and in their own words, both came down with a fever. They decide it's not safe for them in Thailand and return home shaken. Whatever they had uncovered, they were now certain It was
Napakadelikado nung ginawa
dangerous.
nila.
They saged the house and tried to push forward with the renovation, but the strange noises, the feelings of being watched from the attic didn't stop. If anything, they became worse. So they went back up, this time with an EMF detector, and that's when they realized something was still there.
Dapat lumipat lang nga kayo ng bahay. Dapat naglipat bahay na lang. Yung para sa observation ko sa video to, posibleng scripted to lahat. Wala napunta sila to sa Thailand mismo. Grabe naman effort yung i-scripted sila sa part na to, sa story na to. Tapos sinapol pa sila. Hindi ka naman masama mangyari sa kanila, diba? Posibleng scripted to. May pa akong video board na ano. Video board ba yan?
The final straw came soon after. Convinced the box was the source of their torment, they made a last-ditch effort to get rid of it, burning it, along with everything inside. But if horror stories have taught us anything, destroying a cursed object doesn't always make things better. In fact, in many cases, it makes them worse. And on the lid of one of the original boxes, if you remember from my previous feature of GBTV, the words were clear: do not release. And well, it's probably too late for that now. But what exactly did they unleash? And how much darkness can really be bound to a box? Let me know your thoughts.
Ang tigas ng ulo. Sinabihan pa lang do not release. Diba? Pero matitigas ang ulo. May mga matitigas talagang ulo. Ganyan ang mangyayari.
Down below. This next eerie video was uploaded by Mrs. Tennyson to you, who titled it Creepy Ghost While My Client Is Sleeping. And well, it could be. Mrs. Tennyson works as an in-home nurse for the elderly. One of her patients is an elderly woman who she visits nightly and reportedly talks in her sleep, but not just murmurs or mumbling. Her patient speaks as if someone is there with her. One night, strange noises from the bedroom drew the nurse's attention. She went to check and found the woman fast asleep, but something about the room felt off. From that night on, the nurse started monitoring the room more closely using the home security cameras, and a few nights later, the strange noises returned. This time, she stayed glued to the monitor, and what she saw spooked her beyond words.
Every night I'm at work, I be thinking I'm tripping. But you gotta watch this video, y'all. You see that move under the bed?
Bakit tayo na lang nasamahan dun?
Fact, it's close to my client's house. I be seeing, you see it keep moving like right there under the bed?
Ayun nyo, oh.
It's moving back and forth. You see it?
No, nakikita ko. Nakikita nyo?
It's ghost
Ano yan?
in my client's house. Look under her bed.
Hindi katakot to. Kawawa naman si Lola.
Now she in bed sleep. She ain't moved an ounce. But do you see how it keep coming out, going back in? This is no joke.
Something mist-like moves near the bed, low to the floor, sliding in and out from underneath the woman's bed. But just what on earth is it? It's worth noting that apparently the elderly woman lives completely alone. What's more is that the nurse mentions that the elderly woman often speaks softly at night, as if she's having a quiet conversation with someone. But when asked about it the next day, the elderly woman never remembers a thing. So, what is this mysterious thing appearing in and out from underneath this elderly woman's bed? Let me know. This next video comes from an unknown source. It was apparently recorded by a family travelling down a remote stretch of road at night. No houses for miles, but as they drove further, they decided to take a turning to look for gas. Just a few miles down this road, they spotted a house, but the house itself didn't catch their eye. It was this.
Uy, ano yan? Gagi, ano yan?
Something dark can be seen morphing into different shapes on the front porch of this secluded house. The family watch in confusion as whatever this is moves in an incredibly unnatural way, because no matter how many times you rewatch this, it only gets more bizarre.
Kahit edited siya, nakakatakot pa din kung tutusin. O, napaka-creepy tignan.
Uploaded to the internet by user CCE Pedrao, this next video has left viewers spooked. Simone believes something is haunting the forest outside her home for several nights. The sounds of wailing would echo through the trees outside the back of her property. Her husband would go out to check, but he would never find anyone. As time went on, the noises would get louder, as if they were getting closer night by night. Eventually the noises became so loud, like something was standing directly outside the back of their home. So they decided to set up a CCTV camera to monitor their backyard 24/7. And late one night, just after 11 PM, their CCTV camera captured this.
Uy, ayun no. Lumipat. Ang creepy nito
A white figure peeks out from behind the family's shed, staring right at their property. It then moves before slowly fading away. Viewers of this video believe that this is a spirit, but I'm not too sure. Well, the peeking here looks a bit staged, and the phasing part here could potentially just be a glitch with the night vision on the security camera. I rarely show these types of CCTV captures, as it's a known issue with the night vision that sometimes they don't always detect real people at night correctly. Like this video, for example, posted to the subreddit Ghosts 5 years ago. When lighting is uneven and the camera hasn't fully switched to infrared, it struggles to record anything that's moving in the dark side of the camera, so you sometimes get people fade in or out because the camera can't function properly since it's caught between infrared and daytime camera. So, yeah, maybe it's just a bug in the tech. But then again, maybe it's not. Let me know what you think though. Glitchy camera or something paranormal. You decide.
Okay, comment nyo kung glitch or ghost.
This next clip is short but creepy. A family was sitting together in their living room, chatting away, when one of them noticed something strange on the wall. They had a painting on the wall that had been hanging there for years, but something very odd happened which the family can't explain.
Mira, te digo que algo se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédatele viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Uy, may gumalaw sa painting.
Some sort of mist appears to move in the painting, but how? Here's where it gets weirder. According to the family, the painting is made entirely of fabric. There is no glass in or around this painting, which makes it highly unlikely this is just a reflection or trick of light.
Ang galing naman nun. Ako may bonus clip. Ano kaya to?
Now this week's bonus is one that will scare the living shit out of you. And well, if it doesn't, then you're something else. Because I watch these videos every single day and not much makes my heart skip a beat. But this one, well, let's just say I was a little frightened.
Kung magagulating kayo, pwede nyo i-skip to kung di kaya ng puso nyo.
The video was uploaded to Instagram and has gone viral for good reason. Apparently, the uploader lives alone in his apartment, and for several nights, he'd been hearing the sounds of a woman cackling coming from different parts of his house. However, when he'd go to investigate, no one was ever there. This went on for some time, and the man became more and more creeped out. But then, the activity intensified. The man began seeing what looked like an old woman wandering around his home. This happened daily, and when the man told his friends about it, they just didn't believe him. So the next time he started hearing the cackling, he decided to document it. This is what he encountered.
Uy! Black lady. Uy! Nakabahan ako. Ay! Naku po, naku po.
The dark figure can be seen in the man's living room, but when he looks back, its face is now staring right at him. He looks away in fear, but when he looks back, the figure is nowhere to be seen. Or, just as he peers around a little bit more, the figure appears much closer to him. He runs away in fear and looks back, but no one's there. However, when he opens a door, the figure appears right in front of him. He backs away and opens the door, but there's no figure. Although, when he checks the living room again, the face appears right in front of his eyes. And the video ends there. Now, this video is definitely frightening, and if you weren't scared, then, well, you're built different. Also guys, I am in no way saying this video is real, as, well, I stuck it as a bonus. Just because it's clearly staged, but executed in such a terrifying way that it still deserves to be seen. And one thing's for sure, it's pretty darn scary. Thanks so.
Gabi yung last part na yun. Kahit creepy siya, kahit fake or ano man, nakakatakot So ang galing. Takot ako doon, lalo na sa last part. Ang galing. Very good. Mindjunkie, very good sa lalo na sa last part. So yun, subscribe kayo dito, Mindjunkie. Sana natakot din kayo katulad ko. Grabe, creepy din yung sa yung pumunta sa Thailand, di ba? So yun, natatapos tayo sa panonood. Thank you so much sa pagsama. Subscribe kayo, Mindjunkie. Saka syempre, subscribe din kayo sa akin channel na Master Renz. At pakiclick na ng bell button para lagi tayo magkasama sa panonood. Shoutout pala sa mga kapwa ko small YouTuber kina Boss Benok TV, Sir Teng TV, Ponggoy, Ma'am Ice Domingo, Ma'am JD Files, sino pa ba? Si Boy Patatas, yon. Boss Bino, yan. Lalo si Boss Rino na malapit na mag 1 million. Suportahan natin siya. So, shoutout sa inyong lahat, sa mga subscribers ko din. Thank you so much po sa pagsama and ingat po kayo palagi.